So 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Steinmetz taken off for third. A breaking ball. The throw to third. Not in time. It squirts away from the third baseman Novak. Here comes Steinmetz to the plate. He slides and he's safe. Hunter Steinmetz creating all sorts of havoc on the base paths. 2 stolen bases, and he scores as the ball gets away from Novak, and the Commodores lead 2-0. Something big could happen right here if Bikini can come up with a base hit here. Christian, the 1-2. And that's a high fly ball into left field. Going back is Murray to the wall, and it's gone! Marty Bikina! A 3-run walk-off home run! His second of the night, his third of the year, and he takes the lead in home runs on the Cape, and the Commodores beat the Mariners 10-7. And the 3-0. And rips that into the gap in left center field. Wickham, he dives and he makes the catch. What a play from Dale Wickham, the Cornell man out there in center. And he ends the bottom of the first in spectacular fashion. So a 1-2-3 bottom of the first, and we're going to head to the second. You are listening to the Cape Cod Baseball League Network. It'll be Matt Vierling out of Notre Dame, St. Louis, Missouri, the right-hander. Getting 147 on the season, but he will pinch hit for Justin Novak.
And Novak only went 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and flew out both times.
So Vierling comes on, biggest spot of the game, runners at first and second and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Zephyr pumps over a strike, and it's 0-1, getting ahead of this hitter.
Got to believe that strikeout puts some more confidence in Zephyr John. Now he's just got to get 3 more strikes or 1 more out.
Zephyr trying to close the door here in Harwich. 2-1 our score. Runners on at first and second, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, a breaking ball. Great stop by Adley Rutschman, who potentially could save the game right there with that. That would have moved runners into scoring, 2 runners into scoring position. Instead, they'll stay at first and second.
And after 2 wild pitches that saw him lose the ball by the backstop and allowed men to score or reach, that was a big play from Rutschman.
Now the 1-1 here from Zephyr John. Swing and a miss, strike 2, and the Mariners are down to their final strike.
Big pitch, fastball low in the zone that got Vierling got Vierling swinging. And that fastball is going to get in front of any batter he faces at 97 miles an hour.
2-1 our score, runners at first and second. The 1-2 here with 2 outs in the 9th. It gets by Rutschman, and runners will move up to second and third. So buckle up, folks. 2-2, 2 outs, runners on at second and third. The game on the line here in the 9th. That'll be a wild pitch for sure.
So now a base hit could win the game for Harwich. Zephyr John just trying to limit it and just get this final strike and this final out. You're facing a batter who's hitting under the Mendoza line by a lot. 146, I believe. 147 is the batting average. Close. Close enough. So it's got to be a big spot for this ball game. 2 men in scoring position. The winning run at second.
So 3 pretty good throwing arms in the outfield. Watson in left, Steinmetz in center. And that's Langworthy out and right as Rutschman goes out and talks to Zephyr John. He's back in his squat now. 2-2, 2 outs. Runners on at second and third. The pitch misses low. You still have a place to put him. You don't want to get it to the top of the order, though, in Duplantis. So a 3-2 pitch coming here in the 9th inning. 2-1 our score as Vierling calls time. Big at bat in this one. The Mariners trying to snap their 5-game skid. The Commodores looking to extend their win streak to 2. Here's the 3-2 pitch with runners on at second and third. From Zephyr John, swing and a miss, strike 3. Zephyr John shuts the door emphatically and saves this ball game for the Commodores. A 2-1 win for Falmouth here in Harwich. Top of the third here at McKeon Park will be Austin Langworthy, Alec Boehm, and George Yansha to lead off the inning after Clayton Daniel grounded out 1-3 with the bases loaded. Commodores did get on the board last inning with that RBI single from Logan Davidson. Hopefully he gets back over that Mendoza line. He came in 197 to this game. But Austin Langworthy will now step in, strike out looking in his first at-bat. It's a pretty easy 1-2-3 inning for Kevin Coulter in the first. Second was a little bit tougher. First pitch to Langworthy misses outside. He faced 7 batters in that second inning, and his pitch count skyrocketed now up to 55. Pitch number 56 is low in 2-0, so already fouling behind another hitter, and there is some stirring out there, some standing around by some Harbor Hawks pitchers. Not sure if they're getting warm or if they're just kind of socializing, but
I don't know. Seen a little bit stretching out there.
next pitch here from Coulter misses low as the wind picks up a little bit. It'll be now 3-0 on the left fielder out of Florida. Got some action in the field last inning. Made a nice catch down the left field line. 3-0 pitch. Gets the red light on that one and sees strike one come across.
Yeah, I'm not too surprised on that. The red light, 3-0, no one out, no one on.
3-1 pitch to Langworthy. Misses inside and will be ball 4, so a 5-pitch walk to Austin Langworthy here to lead off the third. That is the third walk issued by Kevin Coulter.
Commodores being patient, knowing that Coulter's pitch count went up in that last inning, just coming up to the plate, showing a little bit of discipline. He already struck for 1, and he left the bases loaded. Can't be too happy about that. You got an opportunity with the heartier lineup coming up to score a little bit more. Stretch this lead for Bradish.
It's going to be Alec Bohm stepping in now with runner on first and no outs. First pitch to him, a ground ball in the left field under the glove of Coffey, who was diving. So he is on with a hit. After 3 hits last night, gets a hit here tonight. Runners on at first and second and no outs.
It was a great hit ball down that third base side. Coffey made a good lunge at it. We could see it because we're basically sitting on the third base line, looking down the third base line, the first base line. But it was a great play from Coffey just underneath his glove. Unlucky for the third baseman for Hyannis, but lucky for the DH for the Commodores.
So now it'll be Yansha stepping in. Popped out to lead off that second inning, so all that damage that was done by the Commodores with 2 outs. First pitch swinging from Yansha. He lifts one into short center. Will be Mangum coming on, and he makes the catch for out number 1 in the inning. It's a routine play there for Mangum, and a lot of walks so far for Kevin Coulter now through 3 innings. Has 3 walks, and they have the second most walks in the league with 114. But it's the Commodores with the top spot, 130 walks so far this season. They are racking them up, and these two teams also the 2 worst pitching team ERAs in the league. So offense might be expected here tonight. First pitch to Trevor Larnach, who steps in, misses outside. He struck out for the second out of the inning, last inning.
Those 3 walks from Coulter matches his season total coming into this game. He came in with 19 strikeouts, 3 walks. He's already doubled it here tonight.
So 1-0 to Larnach. Runners on at first and second. Pitch from Coulter. Change up in the dirt. Be 2-0, and good hitters count here for Trevor Larnach. He's been staying consistent, hitting .286, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 5 runs batted in. Most of that, though, was his debut game against Chatham. Next pitch here to Larnach, swung on and missed, or foul tipped into the glove of DiCaprio. It'll be 2-1. Good 2-0 hack there from Larnach.
His swing is so fluid and so smooth, and he swung hard at that one. Tried to get his second home run of the season and his 6th, 7th, and 8th RBI.
So Larnach now, here's the pitch, is hit down the third base line and foul. So count will be knotted up here at 2-2. And should mention that Alec Bohm, his 46th hit of the season, now leads the Cape Cod Baseball League. Just another offensive number here for this Commodore team. They also lead the league in slugging percentage with .414 and home runs with 31. They're averaging just shy of 5 runs a ball game. Next pitch to Larnach. cut on and missed. His second strikeout in as many innings. That is the second out of the inning.
Both cuts in that inning, or that strikeout, were home run swings from Larnick. Kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut so far. He's had a good season. He came into this hitting .285. Should be expecting more of himself, but he has looked good. Just kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut.
So Josh Breaux steps in, and speaking of home run swings, he lets it loose every time he swings the bat. First pitch from Coulter, breaking ball misses outside. It'll be 1-0 on Breaux, who extended his 9-game hit streak to 10 with a double last inning, came around to score. He's raised his average from 174 to now 247 during his hitting streak, and all 9 of his runs batted in have been during that hitting streak. So Breaux heading the count 1-0. The pitch, another breaking ball in the dirt. Snap throw to second, but Langworthy is back in safely.
It's a bit unusual. You don't really see a lot of snap throws to second base from the catcher, at least. See a lot of throws to first from behind home plate, but nonetheless, a good throw from DiCaprio.
He made that decision right away to throw that one down there. Usually that's actually might be a sign that's put on before the pitch, but nonetheless, a good throw down. Langworthy back in safely. Next pitch to Breaux is lifted into left field. Hampton is showing his numbers. He's looking up, and it's gone! Josh Breaux, a 3-run home run here with 2 outs in the third, and the Commodores now lead the Harbor Hawks. It's 4-0.
He knew that was gone right off the bat. Took a second to admire it from the batter's box and started his trot. What a hit. Pulled it right down that left field side, and we talked about it early on. This is not the biggest ballpark on the Cape, and Breaux cleared that fence by at least 10 feet.
Boy, the sound off the bat of that one just sounded nice. A 3-run home run, RBIs 10, 11, and 12. Home run number 4 on the season for Josh Breaux, as now Adley Rutschman will step in. He walked and reached third in the second before being stranded there. The Commodores showing their might once again, their 32nd home run of the season. The next pitch is in there for a strike on Rutschman.
I mean, how hot has Breaux been over the last week or so? I mean, we talked about his average being under 200.
And that one off the end of the bat, down the third base line there by Rutschman. Long throw from Coffey is in time to get the Commodores' first baseman to end the inning, but not before a 3-run home run for Josh Breaux. So as we head to the bottom of the third, 3 runs, 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third. It's the Commodores 4 and the Harbor Hawks nothing. Home first here at Gov Fuller Field. Clayton Daniel leading things off against Kettleers starter Jason Billis, and we have a new center fielder as Miles Lewis takes over for Grayson Genesta. As the first pitch misses inside, it'll be 1-0 as Genesta fouled that ball off of his leg, so he will spend the rest of the night trying to have that one heal, as Lewis, the Michigan man, will take over in center. The 1-0. And a check swing, but he fouls it off, and it's now 1-1. Billis just finished up his sophomore year at Coastal Carolina, was on the team last year when they won the College World Series out in Omaha. It's going to be 92-97 with that fastball, a slider and a changeup as well. Here's the 1-1. That was the slider that missed outside. Slider's going to be around 84-86, and it can be a put-away pitch for him if he can get in good counts.
He's coming off a good outing, too. Last through on the 25th, a couple scoreless innings.
As the 2-1, a slider that's in there for another strike, and it's now 2-2 on Daniel.
And that fastball is pretty dominant. And here on the Cape, with people going to wood bats, the potential with that pitch is pretty high.
Now the 2-2 here to Daniel. And he rips that right at the second baseman, Avant. He's there, makes the catch, and 1 out here in the first.
Well, that's still a good piece of hitting from Daniel. Got that on the line, just happened to be right at Avant. And you're not really disappointed with that at-bat. You'd like it to go down, but you know if you're seeing the ball well, you still struck it well, that everything should be okay going forward.
He's still hitting .381, and he has been very good, a catalyst for this lineup at the top of the order. Now the 2-hole hitter, Hunter Steinmetz, will step in. Had a home run last night at Chatham. 2-run shot. as that one just misses outside. It's ball 1 on the Missouri State product.
And he's turned that bat around, too. I mean, he started out pretty slow, and the long balls come along, and with it, some of his offense, he's worked some infield singles on the bases as well.
The 1-0. Big swing and a miss there. It looked to be the changeup there. So Steinmetz has the count at 1-1 now. We've seen a little bit of power here from Steinmetz. A couple home runs. Hit one at YD the other day on Sunday in the win. That was game 2 of the doubleheaders. The 1-1 now. That one misses way outside, and it's now 2-1. Steinmetz definitely a speed threat out on the bases. 8 of 9 on stolen bases. Can also track down balls in center field. Now the 2-1 here from Billis. And that's in there for strike 2.
That's a tough pitch, but it was given to Feeney to strike out his counterpart Kinnaman at the plate in the last inning. So a couple early calls on that outside corner.
So Billis now looking in for the sign. Bartolini wants this down and away. The pitch pops straight up, just out behind second base. That's Vavra and Avant. It'll be Vavra just on the grass in short center field to make the catch. And now there's 2 outs here in the first.
Well, the pitch didn't go low and away.
No.
It ended up coming through the heart of the plate, and Steinmetz just got under it a little too much. That big swing again, just popped it up and just past the bag there. So
a big swing for a smaller guy, and now here's a big swing from a big guy as Alec Boehm steps in. Just every time, I feel like I say this on every broadcast, every time he takes BP, it's impressive. First pitch, a slider swung on and missed there. A big swing there from Boehm.
that's a beautiful pitch from Billis. Started over at the heart of the plate, ended up dropping down outside the latter half of the plate, and Boehm just couldn't stay with it.
So Billis now has Boehm down in the 0-1. Here's the pitch. Another slider that misses outside.
Similar pitch, started a little bit more outside, and Boehm able to spy it out a little bit earlier and laid off.
Billis drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the 29th round out of high school a couple years ago, but the whole Tommy John thing, decided to go to Coastal Carolina, and not a bad idea, wins the national championship. The 1-1, and that's a high fly ball as Kinnaman showing his numbers. He's looking up, and it's gone. Alec Boehm, his second Boehm bomb of the year, and the Commodores have a 1-0 lead here in the first.
The wind really not going out there anymore, but he still was able to turn on that, got it in his wheelhouse, and you knew that was a no-doubter off the bat. One of the deeper parts of the park here at Gov Fuller Field, and that's jump-started this offense early once more.
The 18th home run of the season for the Commodores, and I think Kinnaman just kind of gave that a courtesy stroll out there, but that one was definitely well struck.
Alec comes in here leading the league in average, but he has that power stroke too.
And now here is Trevor Larnick making his return to Gov Fuller Field. 3 for 4 last night, a home run, a double, a single, and a walk. Very productive night as he's back on the Cape after a very good season with the Beavers out there in Corvallis in the Pac-12. The 1-0 misses inside, and now Larnick has a good count here in his favor, 2-0.
That's what he does. He just spies out those pitches. If he sees it's a good one, he just fouls it off. You know, swats it out of play until he finds a mistake, and then he capitalizes upon it.
Hit .303 for the Beavers this year.
His roommate from last summer, Caden Grenier, in the lineup for Team USA today.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they've been talking a little bit about that experience. Text, maybe some phone calls.
Now here's the 2-0. And a changeup in the dirt fooled him right there on 2-0. So it's now 2-1 here to Larnick.
Probably not a phone call. College roommates don't really
Text.
Call each other. It's all
Text,
text.
or it's probably in like a group me somewhere.
Oh, maybe. Baseball players live off group.
They love the group me. So now here's the 2-1 from Billis to Larnick. Another big swing and a miss at that changeup. The off-speed pitches have been working so far tonight for Billis.
Well, he struck out 50-plus times for Oregon State this past spring. Even though he does see good pitches, that's still a high number, and you'd like him to work on it.
Now here's the 2-2. And fouls that one off into the Cotuit bullpen.
There's a case in point of how he goes about his at-bat. So it was a nice pitch on the outer half of the plate. Probably would have been called strike 3, and he really didn't like it, but he still just lays out there, fouls it, works himself another pitch, and we'll see what Billis can do here. But if it's a mistake, Larnach has the ability to capitalize upon it.
So now here's the 2-2 once again. Big swing and a miss there from Larnach. He goes down on strikes, and Billis gets out of this first inning, but not before an Alec Bohm bomb out to left field. Puts the Commodores up 1-0. We're going to head to the second. It's the Commodores 1 and the Kettleers 0 here on the Cape Cod Baseball League Network.